Welcome back, YouTube. James Mtg Biggie here, and I just kind of wanted to make a quick video as a sort of state of the channel update and talk a little bit about a couple things going on. I just went out today and purchased a new camera, so hopefully the video you're watching now, my beautiful face looks nice and clear and high def and of a certain quality. It's nothing too special. Sony DSC HX80 from Best Buy. I figure it's a nice middle range camera, kind of nothing too expensive but nothing too cheap, that'll bring the overall quality of all my videos up. Previously we were recording on an iPhone 7 and then also doing screen capture from my laptop, which is has the built-in webcam that's not of a very high quality. So my video should be nice and high def. I still got to see how the sound comes out because it does not have a port for an external microphone. So hopefully the sound quality is good enough for now. And I'm just decided to invest a little bit to try to upgrade things a bit. Other than that, the subscribers, or the channel is still kind of low on subscribers. It's to be expected. I expect it to blow up and grow exponentially for any reason. But the cool thing is the handful of subscribers I do have, and a lot of the video, almost every video I put out has a pretty decent conversation in the comments section down below, which is awesome. There's people that show up to every video, have something to say, some constructive, really good commenting, and a nice conversation about Magic with other people, which is kind of why I did the YouTube thing now. I work, 5 days a week, long hours, don't get out to actually play Magic as often as I'd like, so part of the YouTube thing was being able to discuss Magic with people and kind of make friends on the internet and connections with other players, and also talk about my favorite game ever, right? So thank you to everybody who has ever commented, ever liked, shared, or even watched the videos. Every little bit helps. I'm not monetized as of right now. I'm not making any money off of this, nor do I expect to anytime soon. But I thought thanking everybody, absolutely appropriate, and investing a little bit in the channel. Worst case scenario with the whole camera thing is I get to use it also to photograph tattoos that I do. So it wasn't a complete waste or a complete leap of faith in the hopes that this channel brings back some sort of money. Outside of that, as far as myself playing Magic goes lately, I haven't had a ton of time to get out and play. I've played the Throwback Gauntlet, the Throwback Early 2000 Standard. You may have seen the video set in the channel. There's the full playlist of the actual introduction and then like the 3 rounds. Got to play some Blue-Green Madness. Went 1 and 2, not great. I did another one, but I didn't record it just because I honestly didn't feel like setting it all up and putting it all together and talking through it. I just kind of wanted to go enjoy the nostalgia myself. I got to play Rebels, which was super cool. I went 2-1, beat Battle of Wits a couple of times, and then lost to Mirari's Wake because that matchup feels unwinnable for Rebels. Either way, such a blast. The Throwback Standard Gauntlets are all great. I'm excited to play the future ones once they start catching up and putting up formats that I actually wasn't around the game for, that I never had any experience playing. That should be super cool. I look forward to that. The next time I'm going to record Magic Online gameplay is the Vintage Cube is coming back, I believe the 21st of this month, for about a week or so. I cannot wait to play Vintage Cube again. It is absolutely like my favorite thing to do on Magic Online, and like one of my favorite ways to play Magic in general is to be able to draft the Power 9 and all the most broken cards throughout the history of the game. So probably going to see some videos of that. At least one full league I will record and post in a playlist. But other than that, I've been considering putting together some more content for Modern. I am personally trying to piece together and build a new Modern deck, more or less with the bulk of the cards coming from my good friend Sean's collection. It's a deck that me and him were trying to piece together before, and he has a lot of the big money cards for. The deck itself is Jund, traditional Jund, not Death Shadow. and my buddy Sean has like the Tarmogoyfs and like the bulk of the expensive cards. I just have to pick up some of the other cards, and then we'll have it together, and me and him will both have access to Jund collectively. I've been playing it a bit on Untap.in and really enjoying it because it's kind of burnt out on Modern, playing Green-White Tron before, and then Merfolk and Burn before. I decided I wanted to play something that's super consistent and super competitive all the time and has a higher win percentage. There were just some matches you play with Merfolk that it feels like you can't win, even though I think Merfolk's a very good, very consistent deck. There's just some decks that it's not really cut out for, where I think decks like Jund have a better place in the meta against. Combo decks and stuff like that. Jund is much better because you have access to Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek, stuff like that. Where Merfolk, you gotta maybe sideboard into Unified Will or some other counter spells and hope for the best. Outside of that, still messing around with Legacy. I haven't had a chance to go play at all, really, lately. But it's death and taxes all the way. Obviously, the implication of building another Legacy deck is financially just out of range for a lot of people, including myself, seeing as I just spent like $400 on a camera and stuff. But, other than that, I went and played Standard the past week. I played in just a small local tournament. I went 2-1-1 with Aetherworks Marvel, Teamer Aetherworks. I got a draw in round 1 in the mirror match, and it kind of had me a little bit salty because my opponent and I went to turns, and I had turn 5, and on turn 5 of turns, I attacked him with an Ulamog and milled out his entire library, but because we didn't have another turn for him to go to attempt to draw a card and then thus lose the game when there's no card to draw, that was the end, and we took a draw. And sometimes you kind of hope that your opponent in that case knows that obviously you have that game on lock if you have another turn to play. My opponent did not even consider offering, and I'm not the sort to ask. I'm not going to ask him to concede to me, but it's kind of the unspoken, like, hey, you know I would have won, right? But I went 2-1-1. The shop I went to, a lot of the people that play in that Thursday night standard try to play the craziest possible brews they could find or create. So I played against Abzan tokens and won against that, and I won against like a mono blue Crush of Tentacles deck. And then I lost to Mardu Vehicles, was my one loss of the tournament. But I had a ton of fun playing Standard. It feels like Teamer Aetherworks is just a super powerful deck. I understand people's complaints about it. I still like the deck. I still think it's fine. The format's good enough for now. It's not going to be around forever, so whatever. Outside of that, I've just been very busy tattooing, so it's hard to keep up on the constant videos. But I've been trying to remain consistent, at least having a few videos a week at least. Not including the 5 video series or 4 video series for the gauntlets and stuff like that on Magic Online. But that's just the basic update for the channel. Please definitely come back and check out when we have the vintage cube videos posted. The cube goes up the 21st, so I plan on playing it at least once or twice then, and definitely recording at least one time. And then after that, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any Magic Online for a while until they bring back a cube or a gauntlet or something. But aside from that, as soon as there is some news or something really worthy of making a video about, I definitely will make a full video dedicated to whatever it may be. A couple other things that have happened worth mentioning. They're making a Magic Gathering MMORPG, which is very cool news. It's RPGs and stuff have never been my thing, but I may try out one that has the skin of Magic the Gathering all over it or whatever, and the characters and worlds and stuff. I'm not a huge lore guy, but I know enough and I pay attention enough to the lore to kind of know enough to jump into something like that and be interested in a story like that. Other than that, not a whole ton going on. I know GP Vegas is coming up. I was really going to try to go, but it really entailed taking an entire week off of work and flying to Vegas from Florida, which isn't cheap, and then finding a hotel, which isn't cheap, and doing a bunch of really expensive things, which I was going to, But then I decided that financially it's just better off hanging out here in Florida, working, taking a whole week off work for me. Since I don't get paid by the hour, I work on commission. It's like walking away from possible hundreds, even $1,000 or more in a week. So it's really hard to pull the plug and jump into something like that. Either way, those going to GP Vegas, enjoy your time. I hope everybody has a blast out there. I'm going to be watching coverage of Legacy. I definitely will probably make a video about Legacy metagame from GP Vegas, from the results of GP Vegas and stuff like that. Maybe even some modern content and just general stuff, because it's going to be a blast out there, I'm sure. So there's going to be some news and some announcements, because that's sort of like the big party for Magic is GP Vegas, or at least it has been the last couple times. So outside of that, I thank everybody very much for tuning in, for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, engaging in conversation with me. It's so much fun talking to everybody. Like, I really look forward to it. Every time I post a video, I'm swiping through my phone, like refreshing every time I get a comment, and I try to comment back as soon as possible and stuff. So thank you all. You are all great. You're all inspiring me to try to do this in or on a scale and of a certain quality that I feel like is worth your time watching. So thank you for that. Also, please like this specific video, comment down below. Like I said, I'll get back to you guys for sure. And check out my previous videos. I'll have some links here and here probably for a couple past videos. And a subscribe button up here, you'll see a cartoon of my face. It'll either be here or here. I still don't know how that works. But yeah, comment, subscribe up here, check out videos down there. And I appreciate it. I will see everybody very soon. Thank you very much.